What's to explain? I said what I said. This man says that to me. This man says that to me. Do another one tonight. Being that this is what y'all love so much, I'm gonna try to do one tonight. Explain the video and stop playing. What's to explain? I said what I said. This man says that to me. This man says that to me. Y'all say I'm lying. This man, he's right here. He says it all the time. He lives with me. He's been with me for 3 years. He knows what it is. There's the explanation to the video. Next. There's 256 of y'all in here this quick. So let's talk. What was the TikTok about talking about act like you know? Act like you know. First of all, that sound is my favorite. I know y'all love that sound. It's great. And he says it all the time to me. So there you go. Feel me? Okay, you and him are both goofies. Thank you. And what are you? You're sitting here watching me. So what does that make you? 0 likes? Fam, how do another one tonight? Being that this is what y'all love so much, I'm gonna try to do one tonight. Explain the video and stop playing. What's to explain? I said what I said. This man says that to me. This man says that to me. Y'all say I'm lying. This man, he's right here. He says it all the time. He lives with me. He's been with me for 3 years. He knows what it is. There's the explanation to the video. Next. There's 256 of y'all in here this quick. So let's talk. What was the TikTok about talking about act like you know? Act like you know. First of all, that sound is my favorite. I know y'all love that sound. It's great. And he says it all the time to me. So there you go. Feel me? Okay, you and him are both goofies. Thank you. And what are you? You're sitting here watching me. So what does that make you? 0 likes? Fam, how do another one tonight? Being that this is what y'all love so much, I'm gonna try to do one tonight. Explain the video and stop playing. What's to explain? I said what I said. This man says that to me. This man says that to me. Y'all say I'm lying. This man, he's right here. He says it all the time. He lives with me. He's been with me for 3 years. He knows what it is.
Right.
There's the explanation.
What? I was just letting that play in the background as I got the thumbnail together. You know what? Let me try to monetize my video off the bat before they realize that this subject is not advertiser friendly. And let me at least get a few little pennies as people come into the video. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I decided to just get right into this because I just, they have already tagged the video as not monetizable. I guess because we have the word black and white. Because we have the word black. See, this is what I'm saying. We live in this world with all of these barriers set up for black people. And this decrepit, delusional woman has the nerve to pantomime blackness, monkey on some black dick, gargle on some toasted nuts, and then all of a sudden think that that is enough to make her an honorary black woman because some negroid gave her back shots that she thought the black rubbed off on her. Listen, I'm going to play this video for you all. I just wanted to do what I needed to do as this was getting up and running. I'm going to play the original that she... And then, yeah. I gotta fucking stop this shit. I'm sorry. This is just, you know what? I wasn't gonna do this video. I woke up this morning disgusted by this topic. Welcome in, everybody. I woke up this morning disgusted by this topic. And I went and I was gonna make this whole video. I took notes, pages upon pages of notes of what it means to be black, right? this is what, almost 5 pages of notes. What it means to be black. Look, we'll jump back into it again. I'm sorry. This subject right here is beneath me. It's beneath you, and it's beneath all of us. And I wanted to make this video. Okay, let's just play. Ridiculous. Let me. I'll refresh. Let's get the sound.
Y'all love so much.
To the last. Okay, here we go. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk that uploaded all of them. You know, the sad part is that she thinks she look good. Oh God, she thinks, oh God, it's oh God, she thinks she looks good. She didn't put her little. I just want you all to just see. She's not wearing gloves. I want you to see the color of her hand versus the color of her face, and how she browned it up for the camera, right? She's probably browning it up in her regular life. Let me just continue, because look, and no, I don't have on, I have on no makeup, and I didn't do my hair for this video. I didn't. Look, just you act like you know. The hair that grows from my head is coily Negroid hair. So act like you know that. Look, let's refresh and go forward on this. Her face is all
night. Being the videos there.
Look her hand. I just want you to see her hand. So ridiculous. So this white woman right here with her struggle liner, look, with her struggle liner around her eyes that's prematurely wrinkling up, right? She came out to the internet to let us know that she feels inferior to Black women, and that she had to come out to make it seem as if it's a compliment for the person that she's with, to compare her to another race of woman and say that she is more XYZ than this other characteristic of women, keeping these other women top of mind. The question that I have is, what, come on, what did we ever do to these people? Why don't they just leave us alone? Just leave us alone. Come on. Show me the Black women who are coming out talking about, my man said I'm whiter than the lightest white woman, and maybe flipping her hair like maybe she thinks white people do, because you see her over there patting her head as you know, as we all do, right? It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. We're gonna go to her commentary.
Video another one tonight. Being that this is what y'all love so much.
This. Just woman, I have to come out.
Being that this is what y'all love so much.
On a Saturday and discuss this madness.
Explain the video and stop playing. What's to explain? I said what I said. This man says that to me. This man says that to me. Y'all say I'm lying. This man, he's right here. He says it all the time. He lives with me. He's been with me for 3 years. He knows what it is.
He lives with me. He lives with me. We've been together for 3 years.
There's the explanation to the video. Next. There's 256 of y'all in here this quick. So let's talk. What was the TikTok about talking about act like you know? Act like you know. First of all,
I'm sorry, you know what? She's just so annoying to me. There's so much more that she said. There's 3 parts of it, but I'm trying to give an F. But, you know, one thing that I would like to show you all right here. Here, take a look at this.
taken off, and I'm so happy it is.
Yeah,
because we were able to give respect to the Anointed Pace Sisters. Well,
let me refresh and play that again for you all, because I think it's worth...
The Act Like You Know trend is taken off, and I'm so happy it is. Because we were able to give respect to the Anointed Pace Sisters. Well, in case you don't know, the audio for the trend is Act Like You Know. The song Act Like You Know was released in 1996 by gospel artist LaShawn Pace, and it was recorded live. But it's not just her in the song. If you look the video up on YouTube, you'll find that Karen Clark Sheard also has a couple of verses. Here she is, and for the main part of the trend, you hear the vocals of Leslie Pace. After Leslie does her thing, LaShawn calls over the eldest Pace sister, Doranis. And then their mother, Betty Ann Pace, comes to the stage. And in case you don't know who the Anointed Pace sisters are, I highly suggest you look them up. The family has even taken note of the trend. Here you can see Leslie, and then there's LaShawn over there. I'll put the account that posts this video in the comments, that way you guys can go over and give them their props. Also, make sure you go over to YouTube and look the song up, that way you can watch the full video and you want to hear some good gospel. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, so you know what? Let's
The Act Like You Know trend is taken off, and I'm so happy it is.
Sisters,
because
since this woman is talking about, you know, since this woman is talking about how she loves the song, this is actually a gospel song, right? Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this, right? This is actually a gospel song. Hey, hey, hey. I don't want to get any copyright stuff, but let's go. Hey, hey, hey. We are what is it? We are it. Let me get this.
Enemy coming to destroy your life and peace of mind. Remember, you're more than a conqueror. And this is what I want you to do.
Oh, she is singing. So the whole song goes forward, right? And they're singing. Just listen to this thing all day, but we got a video to do. I'll scroll through so you can catch some different parts. Hey, 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 hey. It's like, you know something? It's not lost on me, and I hope it's not lost on you, that this woman, welcome in everybody. I am your host, Tanya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I hope you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments about what self-love or self-abuse looks like in your own life. And this white girl who thinks that she's in some sort of position of superiority where she can come out and assert that she is a thing which she could never be, because some back shots from a black cock made her feel that she is somehow some honorary blacker than a black woman, white woman up there, powdering her face in a browner makeup than her damn hand, sitting up there in a car with a man who she's allowing to live with her, with children that she had gotten squirted in by some other Negroid, right? Listening to gospel music, talking about how that's her favorite sound, sitting up there pantomiming blackness and talking about how she's an honorary blacker than the blackest black woman, white woman up there, right? Let's continue forward back into her video. I took a little segue because I find her annoying. I know she'll see this video, and I'm going to say some things directly to her a little bit later because she knows what it is that I'm saying. I can't even imagine what it would be like to lay up with a man night and day and have him comparing me to some other women. I can't even imagine the destitution, the desperation, the lack of self-worth, lack of self-love, and the self-abusing hatefulness that must be going on inside of a person for her to think that that is some sort of compliment. I want you to hear a little bit more inside this video, because in this video, she actually revealed some things that I think we need to hear, right? I think that we need to hear. Let's continue going forward.
That sound is my favorite. I know y'all love that sound. It's great. And he says it all the time to me. So there you go. Feel me? Okay, you and him are both goofies. Thank you. And what are you? You're sitting here watching me. So what does that make you?
Look her fingers.
0 likes? Fam. Do another one tonight. Being that this is what y'all love so much.
It's like, come on, be yourself. Where you getting fam from? It's like, come on.
Try to do one tonight. Explain the video and stop playing. What's to explain? I said what I said. This man.
I said what I said. It's like she's not original. She can't be original because she's milquetoast. She's bland, she's soggy, she's watery, she's flavorless, she's without seasoning. And she is laying up there hoping that some salt, pepper, paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder or something can fling off of this man onto her. And she doesn't realize that when you get with a person like this,
says that to me.
Him. When you get with a person like this, who hates himself so much that the very essence of being with you is an act of self-hatred, what do you think can be produced from that union, right? I want you to hear in some of the upcoming clips how it goes down. Listen.
This man says that to me.
Look, she looked proud. Well, what can I do? He says it to me. What can I do?
Y'all say I'm lying. This man, he's right here.
I just want you to see. You see, when she, without makeup on, you see her white hand and her white face are a lot closer together. Much different than this corpse-ish looking hand clawing up towards her brownish face. You see it. It looks like a damn... You ever seen a person, a body that had drowned in water? You ever seen one of them on the SVA shows and all of that? Right, the SVU shows? She looked like a corpse is coming from the back seat like, shut up! You could never be... You see it. You tell me it don't look like that. Tell me. That corpse is coming up from the ghost of drowned white past, and is clawing up from the back seat like, shut up, you could never. I mean, I know I'm not the only person who sees that hand looks like something that came up out of a crime drama, you know. So anyway, let's continue in the video. Too much.
He says it all the time. He lives with me. He's been with me for 3 years. He knows what it is. There's the explanation to the video. Next. There's 256 of y'all in here this quick. So let's talk. What videos do you have that have half as many views as I have? Probably 0. Because most of y'all sitting in here don't have any personality, so you got...
I just want you to hear the irony. Most of you sitting in here don't have any personality, as she's sitting up here with her confused Kang sitting next to her. Her little cafe outlet babies waiting for her at home. Paying for the bills. Pantomiming black womanness. Or what her version of it. Look. She's talking about they don't have a personality. Half of y'all don't get the same amount of views. I'm making the video now. Sit down. What are you talking about? Where is your original personality? The one that you had before them black back shots bust out your blood clot. Where's your original personality? Where is that? Where is the person that you were before Kang Dangalang started beating you across the face with his nuts and scrotum? Where was that personality? Judging from the way that you behave, I can imagine them nuts were swinging around there for decades. So maybe you just took on this persona many, many years ago. Me no know. Me no know. But all I know is that she is confused, sad, and delusional. This is not what blackness is. It's like you're putting on this facade and this persona, and you're thinking that it's a compliment. If I were dating a Caucasoid and he came to me and said, honey, you know, well, maybe he wouldn't sound like that if I were dating him. I'm sorry. But if one came to you and said, honey, you know, you're whiter than the whitest white woman. How could that possibly be a compliment? But you know what? I want you to hear something. I'm going to let it play. And then we'll dissect.
Gotta watch other people to try to take on their personality. Y'all are mad at me because I have a personality. He's white now. Baby, you're white.
Listen.
He's kind of excited because, I don't have my white privilege card. We could have threw that thing around. There you go. He just said what he said. That motherfucker right there is from Atlanta. There's nothing really white about him.
So, she's revealing. I just want you all to hear that she's revealing herself. You know what? I'm going to let it play, and then I'll give my commentary when I play it back again, because I want you to hear and understand what it is that she is intonating right here when she says there's nothing white about him.
However, he does do you like black culture? Do you think I like black culture? I am black. Listen, that's what I'm going to do tonight. I think I'm going to say I am black culture, because I really am. But I'm gonna try to look prettier so y'all can't ride how ugly I look. So I'll try to put some makeup on for y'all. I'm goofy. I mean, okay. I bet he's so embarrassed. He just thinks this is all stupid. But he's not into this kind of stuff. He's not really into social media. So the videos do you have that have half as many views as I have? Probably 0. Because most of y'all sitting in here don't have any personality, so you got to watch other people to try to take on their personality.
Isn't it ironic that she's talking about how other people have to watch other people and take on their personality, and she is an entire pantomime. She is a Memorex. She is what were those things called way back in the days when they used to put the blue paper on it and had alcohol, and they used to roll it around the thing to make these copies, but each and every time that they would make a copy, it would become less and less crisp. You remember, and it had that sweet, sweet smell back in the days. This was before photocopies, before facsimiles. This is what she is. With her faux AAVE, her little bun up there flopping on the top of her head, her urban wear. Let's go to the next one. I didn't even finish
do
the
you
last
have that
one.
have half as many views as I have? Probably 0. Because most of y'all sitting in here don't have any personality, so you got to watch other people to try to take on their personality. Y'all are mad at me because I have a personality. He's white now. Baby, you're white.
Okay, listen.
He's kind of excited because, I don't have my white privilege card. We could have
So she's trying to downplay the fact that she was born and raised in white privilege, saying she doesn't have her white privilege card with her. Lady, woman, female, it is your lack of melanin, your deficiencies that have indoctrinated you into the world of white privilege. Your hair that falls straight down, flops around. That is what you were born indoctrinated into white privilege. So much so that she feels that she can come out here and say something like this with no reprise. Enabled by the confused Kang, the derelict, the dust mite sitting next to her.
threw that thing around. There you go. He just said what he said. That motherfucker right there is from Atlanta. There's nothing.
So listen, that motherfucker right there is from Atlanta. There's nothing white about him. Because to her, being white is bland, most likely. It's not a compliment. So when they say that her man, who looks like he's a little mixed up in the gene pool himself, When they say that her man is white, then all of a sudden, oh no, that's no compliment. But me sitting here with you all, how low must a person feel? How low must a person feel for them to attempt to try to come for the most marginalized, the most discriminated against, the most violence enacted against, the lowest on the socio and socioeconomic totem pole in this country and worldwide? That you, in all of your white privilege glory, would feel the need to come for the least represented, most discriminated against group of people on earth. How low must you feel? How worthless must you feel on the inside? This is the part that's just really confusing to me. Go ahead and like the video if you want to. I don't, at this point, I don't even really care. I'm just doing this video because I feel like it needs to be done.
Nothing really white about him. However, he does like, do you like black culture? Do you think I like black culture? I am black. Listen.
I am black culture, she says. The audacity, the caucasity of her supremacy. Every black person in here knows that there is no one black culture. But her, in her carbon copy, mimicking her facsimile of blackness, right? That she thinks that she can be the queen of black culture. What is black culture? Black people all over the world, even black people in this one nation, have different cultures from the north to the south. There is no one black culture.
That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I think I'm gonna say I am black culture because I really am.
Look her face. I really am.
I'm gonna try to look prettier so y'all can't ride how ugly I look. So I'll try to put some makeup on for y'all. I'm goofy. I mean, okay. I bet he's so embarrassed. He just thinks this is all stupid. But he's not into this kind of stuff. He's not really into social media. So does videos do you have that have half as much hair? Obsessed with black culture. I love black culture. I mean, I don't really, when I'm looking at it, I don't go, oh, I love black culture. I love certain things and it happens to be black culture. But I'm not sitting around going, I love.
All right. It looks like we've been bumped off of YouTube's airwaves. So it looks like we're going to have to give it a few moments to come back up on YouTube's airwaves because it seems like we've been bumped off. You know, listen. Let me. Oh, okay. So we're back now. We're back. You know, this is what I'm saying. She will never understand. You know, it's like, even in the mere essence of us getting bumped off of YouTube for wanting to discuss this issue, right? She will never understand. It's like, I don't know. Listen, I'm going to show you all something. I'm going to show you all something that I think is profound. And I want you all to tell me what you see in this image. What do you see? I think this is profound, and I want you to tell me what you see. Here, let me make this. I need you to tell me what you see. I will, you know what? I wish that there was a way. What can I do to, if I put this on this screen, right? And I'll make this larger so that we can look all around this image. What do you see? You see the circle around her head indicating the Madonna, right? You see a black child, her skin tone under her arm. You see a lighter one with red hair crawling up, and it could be suckling, I'm not sure. Then we have this one right here with dark skin and blonde hair, right? We have this little one down in the cold. We'll get to that in a moment, right? And we have this little brown skin one here. We have a foot on top of a skull. This little one right here looking cold and shivered up, holding on to some pearls. There's some books under this one's arm. I want you to tell me what it is that you see in this photo, because that is what this video reminds me of, right? And it looks like this little one, why do you think this little one right here is clutched up by itself? Listen, this reminds me of this woman pantomiming blackness. It reminds me of this photo. I'm going to put up the comments because I want to see what you all see, right? I want you to tell me what you all see. I see Mother of Creation. Let's see, Alpha and Omega, Mother Eve. Okay. All right. You could write a book on the dysfunction. The dick got her feeling black. Wu Chow. Listen, got her feeling something, right? The original woman, the Eve gene. Yes. When I see this photo, this painting, what I see is black woman, creator of all. And when I see this woman pantomiming blackness, it reminds me of this little one right here in the corner. This little one, right? That's what it reminds me of, that little one. The self-imposed removal from mother. Shivering in the cold instead of being there, getting mothers, whatever this little melanin-less child has going on with it, right? That it is choosing to be far from mother while sitting next to this skull at the base of mother's foot, clutching something and the pearls and the riches in its arms, all while really still truly wanting mother's love. This is what I see. I see black comfortable with black, all other shades gathering around mother. One at the base of mama's feet, reading and educating, while this one is clutched far away, choosing to stay out in the cold, all while wanting mama's love, wanting to come back into the blackness. And this woman here, this poor, sad woman, sitting up there, thinking that it's a compliment that her mixed up man is telling her that she is more XYZ than the creator of it all, knowing in her melanin deficiency that she is not. Knowing that she was not born into a culture that cultivated blackness into her. And we're going to talk about that. I might read my statements that I wrote for you all earlier. What I wrote was really personal to me. And so I was like, I wasn't even going to do this video because after I wrote it, I released all of it. But I just wanted to do this video so that you all can see. But let's go back into this. Let's go back into this right here.
Like going to bed at night going, baby, guess what? I love black culture. I am a culture vulture. My kids will tell me I'm a culture vulture.
Did you hear that part at the end? Her kids even call her culture vulture.
Culture vulture. My kids will tell me I'm a culture vulture. I don't care. Because really, it's who I am. It's no like pre-thought out. It's what I am. Oh, I can't wait to do one tonight. I can't wait to care. Obsessed with black culture. I love black culture.
Of course.
I don't really, when I'm looking at it, I don't go, oh, I love black culture. I just I love certain things, and it happens to be Black culture. But I'm not sitting around going, I love, like, going to bed at night going, baby, guess what? I love Black culture. I am a culture vulture. My kids will tell me I'm a culture vulture.
Oh my God. It's gonna come back.
Culture vulture. My kids will tell me I'm a culture vulture. I don't care. Because really, it's who I am. It's no, like, pre-thought out. It's what I am. Oh, I can't wait to do one tonight. I can't wait to care.
And she just wants to be in the limelight. We'll play this again. Oh, let's pause it right there. And let's see what this girl's, what her page is. And I guess I'm special. Let's take a look at that one. Let's take a look and see if we can find she. Let's take a look and see if we can find she. Here we go. www.tiktok.com/@ guess I'm special. Let's see. Oh, we found her. Because it wasn't that difficult, right? So I guess this is the video that she did. Wait. When the SEX is so good, he's willing to pay half at Longhorns. This low budget. What the? I can't believe. Listen. I can't believe that they got a queen on a Saturday to come and discuss this mess. Let's take a look at this. When the SEX so good, he's willing to pay half at Longhorns. I must be special. This is her barometer. That he is willing to pay half. I'm going to read my statements for you all. You all requested it. I'll read it. Don't worry. Let's see what I'm trying to find this whole thing. Oh, she put some filters on.
Now, I ain't never been with a baddie. She calm, so I add her to the tally.
Oh, gosh, she look a mess. Oh, Lord, and her breath look like it's tink, yo. Look, punches here, so. Mirrors. It breath look like it tink. Mira, Lord of mercy. Look on the girl here, so. Look.
Oh, shit. Okay, here we go.
Nah, I ain't never been with a baddie.
So then she had to go filter her face. Girl. Stop it. Oh, she says she's 52. Capricorn. Lord have mercy. So he done found himself a postmenopausal woman who's done finished having her little picnic so that he could come there and gas her head up. And now she has to sort of filter. Oh my God. I just want to find, I don't want to look at this. Oh God, where is the video that we just saw? Where's that one? I just want to see. I don't want to see the rest of this shit. Oh God, what is this mess? God damn. Oh God. Where's the one in the car? I just want to see. Did she take it down? Oh God. It looks like before this, she was getting 2,000 views. Oh gosh. Oh God. Oh my God, this is ragged. Oh my God, this is what? Oh gosh. When you know him less than 5 days. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh. She has no self-identity. I don't know what's going on here. This is too much. Where's the video in the car? That's what I just want to see. I didn't ask for all of this. Oh my God, I don't see it. I don't know if I don't know. God, I don't know where it is. Oh God, help me. I guess she's been trying for a while to go viral with something. pilfering other people's dances. Ah! Swagger jacker. Oh my God. Look at her earrings. Oh my God. Girl, I just, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say because I just, listen, this portion of the video is sponsored by my knockout earrings, which you can get on my website right now. I only have 16 of the size 70s left. And then these are the 80s that I wear. I don't know what's going on, but it's like, so she has her whole, I'm Jennifer Lopez. I'm Jenny from the Bronx. You know, look at her, look her foot twisted behind her. Just I just I don't even know what to say anymore. I just, oh my goodness. This is sad. This is sad. Look, be who we're I guess we ain't gonna find the video. Maybe she took it down when it went viral. Who knows? Because she was so proud. She was doing her lives and all this, that, and the other. But now, where's the video? I don't see it. And I'm tired of being on this page. Where's the video in the car with the dude? And she's like, that's my man right there. He tells me that all the time. Act like you know, act like you act like all of that. I don't see the video. Somebody said big hoops and the bun is really a Latina style. Let me tell you, it's the hip hop ladies of the 1980s who made isometric hairstyles and big hoops, door knockers, the thing. There were some other people who may have come behind and, look, come on. I can't find the video. So look. All right. I'll read my statements for you all. Now, please keep in mind, I wasn't planning on reading these statements. This was just what I wrote down out of my heart after seeing this, because when I woke up, I was disturbed emotionally and spiritually, psychologically by this madness. I'm going to read my statements and let me know if you think I should open up the phone lines. Blackness is not a mask or a suit or a costume that you take off. It's not a thing that you put on and take off. It's not something that a partner can bestow upon you. You can't gargle on some nuts and get some back shots and think the black is going to rub off on you. It's not something, blackness is not something that you get by birthing a half-black baby. It is a part of the faux supremacy which makes you think that you can even. Being black isn't AAVE, which is African American Vernacular English. It's not earrings, lips, big booties, brown skin, Negroid features, though most of the time it will have varied degrees of the above. Black is a stain. Black is a stain. Being black is being born under that stain. And the journey towards carving out your space in this world under tremendously adverse conditions imposed upon you because of your race, whether or not you're even aware of that adversity. Being black is being created by two people who are Black, steeped in the indoctrination of Blackness, lorded over by people steeped in faux superiority, indoctrinated into supposed racial inferiority. Black is the very thing that the very thing that makes you you, part of your being and your makeup, is taught to you as quote unquote ugly, unkept, unkempt, messy, unprofessional, too wide, too broad, too Black, too stupid, by people who don't look like you, and worse, by others who do. Being Black is seeing people who look like you beaten, starving, subjugated, choked, stomped on, incarcerated, and you think to yourself, there but for the grace of God go I. Being Black is not getting the benefit of the doubt, but the presupposition of guilt. Being Black is seeing people with less talent, less knowledge, less ingenuity, less charisma, less know-how, less innovation, and sometimes less intelligence, promoted over, exalted above, celebrated before, acknowledged more, and positioned higher than you, based on bias and having the complexion for the connection. Being Black is being told that you are too loud, too aggressive, too fat, too rotund, too, while others are exalted for the same characteristics. Experiencing all that and still rising above into tremendous feats of creativity, only to have your creativity stolen, appropriated, pilfered, reaccredited to someone else, and to create anyway because you are creation. Being Black is feeling the God essence inside of you, the Eve gene vibrating within you, internal knowledge that you are the creator of all humans. Devils seem to have an easy time harming others, going to their lands and instead of cooperating, thinking about conquering and annihilating. Devils don't seem to care who they harm, like this message and the sheer and utter disrespect and attack on people who aren't doing anything to you. Being Black is giving rags and making quilts, giving trash and making soul food, being called the worst of names and turning it into popping slang, being told that you are ugly and coming in and revolutionizing the industry. Being Black is the beauty and the joy in being Black, the communion and the soul. I was going to continue to write, but by the time I got to that part of my writing, I felt healed and redeemed, and I just completely lost interest in the topic, right? And it's difficult to describe what being Black is, but being Black is not some words or some mimicking. Being Black is really rising above all of the things, because you see, not only are we the creators, right? I need to give myself, listen, thank you for the applause. Thank you for the applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. 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 I appreciate that. Thank you. So, to me, being Black is really the journey of finding your worth when there are so many things that are attempting to hold you down. Part of the reason that we are so creative, part of the reason that we invent these dances, these hairstyles, these new styles, what's hot, what's popping, is because of the journey that we've gone through to get there. And if you have never traversed, through the life of a particular people, overcome a feat, listen, I am from the Bronx. I was raised in a depressed area by an immigrant father and a Southern mother whose mother cleaned white people's places. That when we went down there to visit her, somebody said something to us which we are from the North didn't hear or really understand, but we could know from the energy of it that something was wrong. Coming from the rich history that we have, having the Eve gene does a lot more than just have the building blocks for all creation inside of us, right? But it's because we are the creators of all of this that no matter what, you cannot douse our fire. It's like no matter how much they try to tell us and convince us that we are inferior, time and time again, we rise above into superior feats of creativity, of innovation, of reorganization, of reimagining. And I know that a lot of the inventions that we see were stolen from people. Because if you think about it, right now we are primitive compared to if we ever really make it to the future, if these devils don't destroy the earth first. I can imagine that the people who came before us, that the inventions and the patents were much like the TikTok is now. That much of what it is that you see, if you really think about it, really, when was the last time that you ever really seen a dance or these feats of art really innovated by European Americans here in this country? When have you seen it? When have you seen that? Name a dance that they created. Even the twist, even the mashed potato and the twist were created by Black people back in the days. All of these things, right? Creativity comes so easy to us because we are creators. And despite the attempted culling of our spirits, we still rise. She will never know what it's like to be on a sliding scale where the darker you are, the more adverse your condition. She will never know. Even a lighter complected person will never know the struggles of a person darker than them. I told you 10 years ago when I went to Egypt, West Africa, the Middle East, and that sun kissed. Oh, that sun tongue kissed all throughout my skin. And when I was coming back dark. And even I, as a medium complexioned person, will never truly fully understand the plight and the struggle of a person who is darker melanated than I, because I know how I was treated when I attempted to come back into the country darker than I began. The suspicion, the anger, the immediate vitriol, all of that. She will never understand. Even I could never fully understand. And me, let me tell you, I went to Ghana for the year of return 2019. You all came with me. And I saw an associate of mine whom I'd met in California. I was standing in the lobby of this hotel trying to see where the party was that night, right? I had already seen, what's his name, Omari Hardwick and whatever his name was, and all of these stars, because everybody was over there, right? And my associate, whom I'd met in California, right? I saw her mother, because her mother is, she's very distinct. She has a very distinct look, right? And I saw her mother, and I was like, wow, her mother looks so regal. And I was just like, wow, I was talking to her, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, where is, my associate? Where is she? And she was like, oh, she's around here somewhere, blah, blah, blah. And when I looked to the left, I saw my associate walking into the lobby, right? Her skin, oh my God, her skin. Let me tell you, here in this country, dark-skinned people may stand out. But in Africa, oh my God, you are at home. Oh my God. She walked into the lobby wearing these bright colors on her very dark skin. And when I tell you regal, oh my God, the beauty was divine. She walked in with the fabric of her dress flowing behind her, skin glimmering in the light, dark. Oh, dark as Cuban coffee. Let me tell you, I realized the difference. And even I, in my middle complexion, can know that there is a difference between she and I, that the concentration of melanin per square centimeter in her being is more abundant than my own. And I could sit there in the motherland and look at her and bask in the glory of that melanated beauty. When I tell you, I could tell that there was a difference between she and I. That there are varied amounts of melanin that we all have. And so me, even me, as a Black woman, I would never say that I am the same as she, because I am not. My concentration of melanin is lessened. It's lesser than hers. Am I less Black? No. I'm Black still, nonetheless, but her concentration of melanin is more profound, more abundant, richer, more concentrated than my own. So how can a person with no melanin deficient, whose hand looks like a drowned corpse coming up from her back seat to slap some sense into her, how can this melanin deficient being say that there is no difference between her, even in the concentration of melanin and all that comes along with that? Even in that. How? And it is her delusion of supremacy which makes her feel that she could even. That makes her feel that she has some sort of self-appointed dominion. That she could dare ever think that she could speak for Black women. Women who are not bothering her, who never came for her, who don't give a damn about her, and that confused Kang living off of her and her money. Who, if she has to F him right in order for him to pull out some crumpled $1 bills out of his pocket and attempt to claim he wants to go half on a back house, steakhouse, or whatever the hell she said she was going to, pay half of the bill on that. Say Longhorn, the madness. The madness. I'll show you all the corpse hand again, because I think that you all have forgotten. I didn't forget. I didn't forget the corpse hand. Let me see if I can find the thing. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Where's the thing? Here it is. Here. Here. I didn't make this up. I didn't make it up. You know, look. You see the corpse hand. She knows. This is why she bronzes her face. Because without it, she looks like a creature that had been submerged too long in water. That the corpse hand is coming from the back seat, like, shut the hell up and sit down. Come on. You see it? It's horrifying, I know. I'm not going to force you to. I mean, you see it. You see it. Nonetheless, we got some apples that had come in. Oh wow, there's a lot of apples. Let's get this party started. Come on. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. 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 All right, here we go. Let's read these. Ashley sends $1 and says, white privilege at its finest, shaking my head. Absolutely. And she doesn't realize how the very act of her attempting to aggress upon lesser fortunate is the biggest show of white supremacy that we can imagine in this context. Come on. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Chill Vibe sends $2 and says, she almost told on herself a couple of times. Tell me how. I need to hear. How did she almost tell on herself? I'm going to open up the phone lines in just a moment. Crystal sends $10 and says, love you, lady. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And Tony sends $1 and says, achy breaky heart, Miley Cyrus dad. What do we miss? Are you telling me to do that? Alexa, play achy breaky heart. You know, a bunch of people's Alexas just went on. You know that. All right, let's open up the phone lines and take a call or two about this. Here we go. The number is going across the screen, 323-488-3149. And let's I want to hear from some of you. Pay, I know. Come on. She thinks she's doing something because he paid half after she done dried out her whole nanny trying to bump him like crazy. All right. 323-488-3149. Let me give some hearts to these and get some hearts on here. All right. So I want to hear from you all. First call is coming in. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hey, Tanya, it's Toya. How you doing?
Hey, Toya. Welcome to the line. Talk to me. What is your thought about this entire boondoggle?
Child, oh my God. I really resonate with the thoughts that you share from your notes. That was just so beautiful.
Thank you.
The fact that the fact that she's not allowed to have her own identity and her own personality, that was kind of my first thought.
Yeah.
Like what is going on that she can't be who she is? She has to try to be a blacker version of something that she could never be because it just isn't in her DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is. And then along with that, the fact that she is so, I don't even know the word, that she's so delusional and entitled to think that she can qualify what is black enough to even believe that she could ever be, anything like what is black or blacker than is just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, LaToya. Thank you. Where you calling in from?
Chicago.
Oh, we got Chi-Town in the house. Thank you for your comments.
Bye. I love you.
I love you too. All right. Phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I want to hear your thoughts. No says they want to get in, but it's so difficult. It's just a matter of, I trust in the universe. Some delusional person in the comments said, everybody imitates everyone else. No. There's only one particular group of people who go from continent to continent pretending as if they're superior, meanwhile reacculturating the other people's culture. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, Tanya. This is Kay Sweet Coconut Entertainment in the comments.
Hi, Kay. Where are you calling in from? Which city or country?
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hey, we got Grand Rapids in the house. Okay, Kay. So go ahead, talk to us.
So, I was watching a video and I commented and I said I blame black men for this because black men are the ones who put in these white women's head that they are better than us, and they're not. And I'm just so tired of these white women and these biracial women calling themselves black, stealing our identity, and sometimes these black women allow it. And it really frustrates me about this.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion about that. This woman, she crazy. She lost her mind, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah, well, my question to you, you said that, why do you think, when you say black women allow it, what do you mean by that?
When I see biracial couples, I see a lot of black women supporting biracial couples. There's nothing wrong with biracial couples, but
you mean interracial?
Interracial couples, yeah.
Okay.
So when I see a lot of those, I see a lot of black women supporting that. And then when the tables turn, like the black man calling the white woman better, or just calling their woman black and they're really biracial or Hispanic, it's just like I don't understand how that is supported. How do black women support that?
What do you think black women should do alternatively? If they don't support, what should they do?
I feel like, I don't think they should just. I'm sorry, what was your question again?
You said that you see black women supporting it. So what do you think black women should do alternatively?
Not support it, like stand up and let these black men know, like, just because you're with a different race than a black woman don't mean that woman is better than us, and black women just need to just speak up more, or just like, I don't know, black women don't really have to engage into. I just feel like black women just need not to be just so supportive of a interracial couple.
So tell me, what do you mean by supportive? Tell me, what do you mean by supportive? I want to understand.
I just see, like, when I'm on social media, I see like people they're praising it. They're praising interracial couples. Like I said, there's really, like, to me, I don't really
praising
care.
it in what way? Saying, "Yay, you got you a white queen."
Oh, yay, yeah, you congratulations, marriage, and they got a happy family and blah blah blah. And this is like, okay, but
and so what do you think they should say? You think that they should say she's not better?
I think they should ignore it. Just ignore it. Like, don't praise something that's not worth being praised, because they're giving the black man the upper hand, and they're just giving that interracial couple a upper hand on, like, that's the best way to go, being with this type of race. And it's like, stop comparing us because you're with this person now. You think that you're with this person now, that this person is better, like you're with this white woman or this Hispanic woman.
Let me ask you a question. How does being in an interracial relationship mean or denote that they feel that person is better?
Because I just see it a lot. I just feel like,
no. The question though, I want you to think about the question. You could take a second or two to think about it before you answer. How does simply being in an interracial relationship denote that the person thinks that their partner is better than their own race of people?
Because I see men just, like, when I'm on social media, and I'm just going based off what I see on social media.
Okay.
I've seen plenty of black men down talking black women, comparing us to the other women, like they're better. And majority of these men are with different type of race of women, and it's like,
okay, right.
Okay.
So this is so thank you for answering that part. So I want to just expound upon just a little bit, right? If you see a man who is making these disparaging remarks, right, of course, you can have a feeling about that man saying that thing. But merely being in an interracial relationship without making those remarks, how would that denote that he has those feelings, even if he hasn't said it?
I mean, it's just, I get what you're saying. I just, like, from what I feel and what I see, I just feel like they feel like they're winning because they're with have a white woman on their arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I see. I feel they will stay faithful to a white woman more than they will stay faithful to their own black women. They will protect a white woman more than they will protect their own black women. They will defend, like, they will really defend these white women. Even the white men defend their own women. We don't get no type of the protection. Like, they always attacking us. So I
What is
really
what is
blame the
what is
black
what is
men
your
for
what is
all
your
this.
what is your evidence that they protect and defend white women more than they do black women? What's the evidence of that?
Just look on social media. Just look at the world around us. Like, there's no protection for us. That's
Right.
just
There's
plain and
listen, I'm not
simple.
I know that there's no protection for black women, but I want to know what is your evidence that black men protect white women more than they protect other races of women or whatnot in the long haul.
I would have to just, like, I would have to show you more than I can tell you. That's just what it is.
Okay.
Because my evidence is based off videos and comments and what I see on social media versus, like, what I'm saying. It's just what I see more than what is
Okay.
being
So let me
told.
so let me just say this to you. Let me just say this to you, my lovely sister. You said your name is Latoya, right?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kay from
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Okay, so Kay, thank you for that. Sorry, Kay. All right, so a person who has this hatred towards half of their genetic programming, right? That person
Mhm.
cannot possibly be able to really in the long term treat anybody better because their own self-love is lacking. In the
Right.
infatuation stage, listen, when they are infatuated or in pursuit of this fix, right? So they think, oh, well, I'm going to get this woman and things are going to be great and things are going to be perfect. She's more submissive. She's this, she's that. And they can stand up and be in defense online. But when the dust settles and the dust clears, the relationships that have the highest divorce rate are black men, white women relationships, highest divorce rate. The number of children abandoned in those relationships is far greater than the population at whole, even black man, black woman, the rate of child abandonment in that community. You heard this woman say that she has to put her dry ass pussy down on this man real good in order for him to want to pay half at Longhorn. And I can imagine that he probably ain't even really able to get those crumpled dollars straightened out quick enough for her not to be embarrassed that he would even try to even come up with half of the bill, right? So I want you
Mhm.
to just really keep in mind that self-love is the foundation for all other loves. And when your desire or lust for a person is rooted in your own inferiority, there's really no way that you really could protect that thing when you are with them and your very act of being with them is an assault on them and yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, and that's what I was telling black men too. Because I'm not all that dark skinned, but I love being dark skinned. But this guy told me that I'm cute to be a dark skinned girl, and it was like, and he was a dark skinned guy himself, like way dark. And I'm just like, how can you tell another woman, a dark skinned woman, a black woman, that she's cute to be dark skinned? It's messed up because I know a lot of black men suffer from self hatred in their self.
Right.
They lack self love. So that's why they run to Hispanic women, white women, to make these biracial babies, because they don't want to look at their skin color. They don't like
Right.
their skin color, and they
And
take it out on us black women.
yes, but let me ask you this, and you're right, and you have a right to feel angry, and you have a right to feel outrage. You have a right to. However, I want you to consider that you are really not missing out on anything. Those men, as you
Oh,
stated, are damaged. They're
Yeah, trust me, I
damaged.
know. It's just, mhm.
They're damaged. They
Trust me,
hate
I know I'm not
themselves.
missing it. I know I'm not missing
Uh-huh.
out on anything. It's just
Uh-huh.
the fact that we like why we black women have to go through this. Like we already go through so much. The only thing we ask from is from our black men is to protect us and just help us. But they want to put us down and then put the other women above us and then wonder why we don't want to mess with them like that. Now we the bitches, the hoes, plus, excuse my mouth, but it's like why we gotta be treated like this just based off the color of our skin. You don't even know us, bro. You just judging us before you even get to know us. And it's like, how could you do that when you're a black man yourself? I just don't understand how the
Yeah.
black man mind thinks. It's just,
Yeah, and you know what? You're the way that you're speaking, right? Is it sounds like you've experienced some trauma. And I encourage you to talk with someone, a professional who can help you weed through those feelings and those emotions. Find yourself a black therapist if you wish, but really find somebody who can help you work through those feelings because you deserve healing. All black people, we deserve healing. And, you know, you could be suffering from some PTSD or something else because I can tell that you've been through some trauma as it relates to these racial issues. Is that correct?
no, I have not, Tanya. I just get so angry, upset when I see things that I see on social media. Like, only thing I ever experienced was a man, my kid's father, walking out on me. And who cares, that's just something normal black men do. I hate to put it like that, but black men don't stick around for too long. And that's why I don't care about black men being with white women because they don't know what they're really getting themselves into. It's like they're doing us a favor by taking them off our hands. Only thing I ever experienced was a black man telling me I'm cute to be a dark skinned girl. But as far as trauma, no, it's just me watching what I see on social media, and it,
Right,
it
but
really upsets me.
how long have you been thinking that we cannot be traumatized by what we see on social media? Hmm?
I mean, yeah,
How
we
long have you
we
been
can be.
thinking?
You're right. It can be traumatizing sometimes, because earlier today, I was going to make a video about this today because I was watching another clip and it was this Asian chick. She had a big butt, butt implants, breast implants, and she said, "You know how we black people do," and I'm just like, huh? Like, so
Okay.
you black now because you got a big butt and big breasts and some weave in your hair, and this black man allow her to say that? It's
So,
crazy. It's not traumatizing. It's how the world works, and it's just frustrating.
okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this to you, and I'm saying this out of love because I care about you, my little sister, okay? Right? You may not even be aware of how much some of these things are affecting you. You say, who cares as it relates to your child's father walking out on you? That is traumatic. When you numb yourself to pain, you also numb yourself to pleasure. The things that you're saying on the phone, I'm telling you, as a life coach, right? That
Mhm.
there's a disconnect. And I want you to find your healing. On the one hand, you say that we need to not support these relationships, that they are treating us XYZ. All we want is their protection and them to, to provide, protect. I don't remember if you said the word provide, but we want their protection, etc. And I think that there is an opportunity here for healing. I'm telling you. And there's nothing wrong with getting your healing. Have you ever spoken to a therapist before?
No. I mean,
Okay.
if I was to speak with a therapist, it was based on like family trauma. But as far as like
Okay. It doesn't even, you don't
a
even have to
black
tell the subject. You don't even have to tell the subject of what it is that you may
mhm.
have gone to therapy about. That's not the
No, I
point.
never went. Yeah, I
Uh,
understand.
Right. And the thing is that a lot of these things can compound. It's like when you put blue and yellow in the water, what color do you get? With blue and yellow? You
I'm
get
sorry, you
green.
said blue and yellow, green?
Yeah, yes, you get green, right? And so it's like some of these traumas are so layered that you end up with this one color, but you don't realize that all of these different layers came about putting all of these colors together so that now you have purple and you're like, well, it's just purple. but you don't realize that there were lots of other things that compounded. So the family trauma, the online stuff. Let me tell you, in 2017, I believe it was, I had to go and get therapy because I felt traumatized from Trump winning the election. And every time I had to hear his voice and all of the craziness that was going on in politics, I had to go and speak with somebody just to release all of that. So there's no problem too big or too small. Your life is your own and your healing is your own. And the whole purpose is to do whatever it is that you need to do so that you're out there healthy, happy, and whole. You get me? So please,
Yes, I understand.
I encourage you to look into it. I encourage you to look into it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
We
I love
love
your
you.
show, by
Have
the
a
way.
great
Thank
day.
you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. And I encourage anyone who has a thought about the topic at hand, the video that we just watched. If I understand oh, I was just about to say, hold on. You're on the air with Tanya. What's your name?
Hello, Tanya.
Hi.
Am I on?
Yes, you're on the air live. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Nitrell, and I'm calling from Cali,
Your name is Vitrone?
California. Nitrell, yes.
Nitrell, and you're calling from Cali. Okay, Nitrell from Cali. Talk to us. What's your comment?
Okay, I want to comment on this issue, and I also want to speak on the young lady that was just on. I'm listening to her, and I'm watching her, okay? And I could clearly see that she has been traumatized by a lot of issues in her life. And what we have to do, being a woman, a black melanated woman, we have to reach down inside us and get all of these traumas out the way before we start to judge and look at things for what it is. I feel because of her experiences that she has had in her past, I am a chocolate melanated woman and proud of it. Now, unlike some dark-skinned females felt, I didn't feel a problem with my skin color because I wasn't taught that. The people in my family, and even though I had a lot of people tell me, you are so pretty to be dark, it didn't bother me. It just made me want to get into why is it that they're saying this.
Yes, hold on,
It
hold
made
on.
me concerned.
I like for us when we call in for us to talk about the subject and not other callers. I always want us to focus
Oh, no
inward.
problem. I can respect that.
Yes, yes. So
So
what are your
moving
thoughts about
further
this
to that,
woman creating this video
when it
saying
comes
she's
to this
blacker than
woman, I don't
mm-hmm.
think that it is the black men. I think that because of us not stepping forth and standing up for ourselves and holding ourselves accountable as melanated black women and having women do this, everything has been taken away from us. And this is a fact. Everything that we create, everything that we do is taken from us. So I really call to congratulate you because as a melanated woman, I love the fact that you put that on your channel and speak on this issue. All of us have voices and we all need to speak up. I too have a channel, so I speak on these things. You understand? And to me, it's like a secret that they're trying to keep that they don't want us to know. They make
Mm-hmm.
everything, they compatible with everything that they do. They make us be scared of 666. Well, I'm here to tell you that's 6 neutrons, protons. That's what 666 is. It equals to melanated skin. But it's the things that they put out here and that we are programmed to think that we are not worthy. And we are. And I actually had tears in my eyes as you spoke about that beautiful black friend of yours you've seen. Mm. So I'm just here to give you your roses. And no, I was not trying to speak negative of her. I actually felt for her because we all need healing, all of us.
Yeah, but you know what? So listen, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It's just that once the call passes, the person doesn't have an ability to respond. So we have to use our time on, talking about ourselves and how we feel. So you said that in this situation with the corpse hand woman, that
Yes, girl.
that it's not black men who empowered her. I need you to elaborate on that.
I mean, because the reason why I say that, it is the whole system that empowered her. She might have ran into black guys that make her feel like, oh yeah, you act black, and telling her that. But it's thrown in our faces. So because it's thrown in our faces, it's thrown in her face too. Like you said, all of these TikTokers, they're taking our thing. So she feels comfortable with saying that. She feels comfortable with putting that on TikTok. They're taking everything else from the melanated woman. Why should she feel offended by saying that? It's us that need to step up, like you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? We need to step up and say, hey,
step up
we're here.
Okay, so step
You know,
up and say, hey, we're here. And you think us stepping up and saying, hey, we're here, that's going to create a shift. Talk to me a little bit more about that.
yes, it definitely can create a shift. You know, we're only one person. You're only one person. You're spreading things that is hitting other people. So just think if we all was doing that. You're waking people up. You're waking the melanated woman up. And that's a good thing. But we can't just keep sitting on our butts. I'm going to just be clean on your channel. You understand? And think that watching, once we learn and we heal, we need to speak up. It is what we call all of the other movements that they have had. It's a movement that needs to be made.
Okay.
And it's not,
okay.
I'm definitely not racist, not by a shot. My grandbaby's grandmother is white, okay? So that is not the point. But where is it that we don't have to come with spears and war and being so disrespectful like they try to, make us be. With a lot of black melanated educated women that step up and are proud of themselves. And these are the ones that need to step up. No, we're not waiting for a man to step up. This is the age of Aquarius, ladies. It's the divine feminine. We need to step up.
You said your grandbaby's grandmother is white?
Yes, because my son's baby mother is white. And, she actually, I had to have it out, not have it out with her, but we've had words. You understand?
Why would you have words
her
about
daughter
what?
Is mixed. Her daughter is mixed. She was with black men. But I noticed, and I'm glad you want to ask this question. To me, she seems like she had like a certain type of attitude when it came to women. But the men in my family, she was just grinning in their face and smiling. And because I can feel that energy and see how she was reacting to me, I had to let her know. It seems to me that you like black people in you, but you just don't like black people. I'm confused. I'm going by how you're treating me. And it must have triggered her, and she didn't take it offensive, but now she respects me, and we can be cordial with each other. We're not besties. You understand? That's my grandbaby, and that's her, her grandmother too.
So
but
hold
yeah,
on.
that's
If we're to understand this correctly, your son brought a woman into the family who, by your assessment,
no, he didn't bring a woman
people
into the family. They went to school together, and she is mixed. Her mother is white. Her father is black.
So your son brought
together.
a woman into the family. Did he not bring her into the family? Why are you saying he didn't?
Well, I mean, he brought her in because she had a baby for him, but it's not like
he brought her into the family. Your son was
not. And I totally accepted her.
Okay, so
I didn't have a problem with her, and I still don't.
Your son brought a woman into the family who, by your own assessment, likes black people in her, but doesn't like black people. This is what you said, right? Hold on. This is
mother.
Her mother.
No, you're confused, sweetheart. No. The daughter is fine. Her mother.
So the mother had intercourse with a black person, produced a mixed child, and then
say it again.
So her mother had intercourse with a black man, produced
she loves black men.
biracial child. Okay.
She had a biracial child, which is my
Which
grandbaby's
is
mother.
your okay,
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
So
Because no way a
when you
woman telling me that that wouldn't have happened. Not on my watch.
right.
Like I said, the baby
So
was.
the woman, it's hard for us both to talk at the same time. I'm not sure
I know. I just
what's
go
going
ahead.
on, but when you spoke, I gave you your chance to speak, right?
Go ahead.
I did, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So, and then you also have to remember when you were saying she, we don't know who the she is that you were talking about. So the she you were speaking about is the daughter's mother. So she had intercourse with a black man, produced a biracial child whom your son got with, and then had a child with her. And then you had to have words with her mother because her mother doesn't seem to like any black people other than black men.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Because I like I said, I mean, if we're around someone and you're being around someone more than once, I'm not the type of person to where when I first meet you, I'm going to judge you. But if your actions are showing me the same actions, I have no other choice but to have to either act. It wasn't an argument, and when I say words exchanged. And I simply told her how I felt. And she was like, oh, no, I'm not like that. And, this and the other. I said, okay. I said, I'm only going by, it seemed like you not relating my mother,
Right.
over. And I noticed that you're talking to the males. Not that I have a problem with who you talk to. It is what you're doing, your
So
actions.
listen, I'm going to take the next call. Thank you so much for
Okay.
calling in. All right.
Thank you.
All right. The phone lines are open. I'd like to talk about the video that we're discussing this evening. Yeah. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
My name is Tina.
Hey Tina, where are you calling from?
I am calling from Michigan.
Hey, we got another Michigan caller in the house. So welcome in, Tina. What is your comment this evening?
Well, I wanted to say, one, your words were really beautiful, and you're absolutely wonderful, and you've touched so many young ladies in your life, and I wanted to tell you that.
Thank
and
you.
As for this confused woman,
Mm-hmm.
I find it more so prevalent in white American women, because I've noticed that white people in America do not have culture of their own. They have scavenged, pillaged, and ransacked and ravenous through all across the nation, and any place they touched upon that was sacred to Aboriginal people,
Mm-hmm.
indigenous people, and they have taken what they thought would have progressed them further, would have made them more so quote-unquote trendsetter further, everything above, and to profit off of it.
Yeah.
And pretty much she feels as though, as a white woman living in America in this day and age, that it is her divine right. So since her ancestors pillaged, raped, stole, killed, to get what they wanted and to look like what they probably wanted to look like, because they were also confused as much as she is, she feels as though in her mind that, oh, I can do the same thing because no one is really stopping me. I am protected, even though I am waste. Because, now that she's with her confused Kang, I don't know what this gentleman is, she feels validated.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And so what is the distinction that you're making with European Americans versus, Europeans from other places?
I do think whiteness inherently, I don't think that there is much of a difference within her mentality, but specifically, I guess I was more so targeting the American white woman because I do live in America and I see what they do up front and personal. But as for Europeans, everything that has happened to people of color in history has started was the English monarchy.
Mm.
Everything horrible that has happened. And since they believe in their divine right that they are able to pillage and take, that's what the Americans did in their conquest to leave or separate themselves from whatever idealist that was happening within England. But if you're asking me about the whole mindset of whiteness, I think that they think that, first off, I think white people don't know how to make correct distinctions, because when you make a distinction, you have to do some strong introspection.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think white people are able to do so. I
You don't
genuinely
think
don't
white
think they
people
do.
are able to make a distinction between what?
To make a distinction between what is acceptable and what is not, what can I not do? Like, they get offended and scared and nervous, shaking, crying, and throwing up when they are excluded. They have a fear of being the outcast, excluded from something. And so that's why they take. And so when you have these people like these mammies and these pick-me's and Black men who allow them to do so, they feel like it's a right. They feel like, oh, what I'm doing right now is okay. And when I say from distinguished, I don't think they know how to recognize, even though they have biracial children, to recognize why it's wrong. I hope I was able to answer your
So
question.
you think that they just don't have it in them, that they are incapable of being able to determine right from wrong? What do you think it is inside of white people that you feel makes them feel, or renders them incapable?
I think that I think they are relatively selfish. There's not a lot of white people in history that I've noticed that have been completely selfless. If you look at the first move of the first wave of feminism, it was pretty much by white women. But the expanse of any other woman who needed that same liberation.
Yeah, but do you think that this is something that they're incapable of, or do you think this is something that they have been acculturated, or behaviors that they've been acculturated into?
I think it is a little bit of both, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's one or the other, ma'am.
Okay.
I think that they have seen, all they've known was taking. And I don't think they know anything else. Because they're not going to
Do you think that there's something genetically programmed into people that makes them behave a certain way?
I honestly do not know how to answer that one, ma'am.
Why don't you know how to answer that, lady?
Because I feel like I don't think I could be able to give a clear answer. I think I would need to do some further reading before I can answer that.
You said breathing or reading?
No, reading, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Reading?
Excuse me. I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay. All right.
And I just don't want to put information out there that is just, super.
Okay.
Oof,
all right.
inaccurate.
Because you're making statements like you don't think that they have the ability to, and I just want to find out what is stopping them from having the ability. Is it genetic? Is it culture? Is it taught? Can it be untaught? Can it be learned in a different way? So that's what I want to kind of figure out. But we appreciate you calling in and giving your point of view. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. So, you know what? Okay, we're going to grab this call and then we're going to jump to the apples. You're on Air Live with Tanya. What's your name?
Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, where are you calling in from?
Actually, Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, we got Alabama in the house. Come on through, Kathy. Talk to us. So what is your comment?
Okay, Tanya, I want to say this because, I used to be one of those black females that was black male identified, but now I'm not, thanks to you and others that use their platforms to kind of get black women's minds right. And I want to
Okay.
share a story, and I do absolutely believe that black men are the common denominator of why a lot of these white women feel the way they feel and can be so disrespectful. And they know they're being blatantly disrespectful to black women when they get on TikTok and all these other social media platforms being disrespectful. And I
Okay.
feel like behind that mindset is definitely a black man.
Okay. So talk to us. You let your story be super quick because we're gonna limit the calls to 5 minutes. Okay.
And I have several stories, and they're too long to go into, Tanya. But what I would want to do, and what I would like to see for the year 2022, I want
Mhm.
to see us as black women just level up to the point where we're getting off of these toxic platforms to be humiliated, to be made fun of, to be constantly told how we're not the prettiest, that we're the ugliest, that no man wants us, because all of it is traumatizing. And it's like I've had to tell so many young black women, get up off of that TikTok. I said, because
Mm.
it's toxic. I said, you are traumatized and you're trauma bonded. I said, because
Mm.
anybody that can constantly go to these platforms to hear black men talk about how much they do not like you can't tell me that that is not a trauma bond. And
Mm.
it's like when I hear the young girls just blatantly just constantly say, well, it's no big deal. It is a big deal. It is a
Yeah.
big deal. Your mental wellness is a big deal. It's like young black women and black women in general. I
Yeah.
think we've been so used to bad treatment that
Yeah.
we've definitely internalized it and made it normal when it's not normal. What
Yeah.
other race of woman in America and abroad probably has to deal with the things that black women and black young girls have to experience? It's
Yeah.
like you can see all this news footage day after day with
Yeah.
black girls being murdered. And it's like black women will still want to talk about something else other than the things that are actually in reality happening to them at the hands of black boys and black men.
Yeah. Did you still want to tell your story or did you forego the story?
Well, no, I'm a forego the story. It's just that,
Okay.
that's just my wish for us in 2022. It's just to level up to that point where we realize that we are dealing with trauma, and a lot of us have been traumatized. It's just that we have internalized it, so we don't see it as being mentally um, abused, so to speak.
Okay. So you're advocating for therapy. Have you gotten therapy?
Oh yes, ma'am. And I have a daughter and a son, and both of us all of us use that as kind of checks and balances because I think in the black community, period, it used to be so taboo for
Yeah.
us to go get therapy and be seen as crazy or off balance. But I'm
Yeah.
thinking now more than ever, I think we need to dismiss all of that stuff
Okay.
and really,
And so what were the
get
differences
help.
that you noticed in your life when you after going to therapy? What difference did it make for you?
Well, first of all, I had to learn all these terms, and it's like once I matched up the terms with my behavior, then I could clearly see what certain things were. Like I was so black male identified, which a lot of that stems from trauma bonding.
Mhm.
And it's like even people that I've had, black people or older people in my family that I knew were inappropriate, I still just glossed over it. And that was because of what we've been taught as far as black women. And it's like, it's just kind of like been a mental concept or construct that has been passed on from generation to generation. So you think it's normal, but it's not normal. And when you start to go to therapy, you see that a lot of it you see is trauma bonded. Even when it came down to the type of men that I was subconsciously choosing to date was a
Mm.
result of mental trauma. of
Got
and
you.
and accepting bad behavior from men for so long to you almost feel like you can't get any better. It's no different from a pimp and the worker. That type
Mm-hmm.
of relationship, it's the same thing. That trauma bonding
Mm.
and that years of constant abuse, where you almost start to defend the person that abuses you.
All right. And so then you went to therapy, you learned the terms, and then how were you able to make the changes that you needed to make? Did your therapist work with you through that? Or did you kind of take what you learned in the office and then went into your own life and applied it?
No, I took okay. What I did when I went into therapy,
Mm-hmm.
what I did was take because I went through a year of therapy, and then
Mm-hmm.
what I did with the therapy, I took that and I did all my work. Every assignment that my therapist gave me, I did. Every book that they told me to read, I
Oh,
read.
wow.
And
Okay.
then when I found you on YouTube and some of the others, that's when I began to kind of like make it stick. That's like my daily
Oh,
vitamin or my daily inspiration to keep my
really?
mind right.
Oh, well,
And I said, I
listen,
don't go
thank
on
you.
TikTok.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't know my videos were touching people so. So thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't go on TikTok. I've never been on TikTok because I said, you know what? Those who have gone through therapy and realized what all this social conditioning, this mind
Mm-hmm.
conditioning is,
Mm-hmm.
you avoid places like that because
Mm-hmm.
my mind a mind is very fragile and people don't realize this, but it
Mm.
is very fragile and what you feed it every day has a lot to
Yeah.
do with how you live your life and the outcome of your life. So why would
Yeah.
I continue to feed my brain with something that's so toxic that
Yeah.
that's all I'm focused on because my life is going to be a reflection of that. The men that I choose in the future are going to be a reflection of my mindset. So I
Yeah.
don't even feed my mind with that type of garbage. I really
All
don't.
right. Well, you know what? We appreciate you calling in from Alabama and giving your point of view. The lovely accent. We enjoyed talking with you. Thank you for giving that perspective. I think a lot of Black people needed to hear it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Tanya, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, I see a lot of people talking about TikTok and how they are not on it, etc. But you need to look at your children's phones because your children are most likely consuming it. I just realized this school tablet has TikTok, Snapchat, and all of these different icons on there which cannot be removed. That you can't remove them. I'll show you. So you remember that we had the pandemic and a lot of people. Let me make sure there's no identifiable information on here before I put it up towards the camera. Getting all of these. Hold on, I just gotta do all of this. I just because I don't know why it's doing this, but so basically, you remember everybody had gotten tablets during the pandemic, etc. And so now kids are back in school, but I need to give me 1 second. There's this all of this. I need to get into the screen. All right. So I'm going to show this to you. Let me make sure that there we go. All right. The tablet, if you see, the tablet has TikTok, Spotify, Snapchat, and when you hold your finger down on it, right? It says edit home screen, but when you click it, nothing comes up. It is impossible. It's not even on the tablet. It needs to be downloaded onto the tablet. I'll show you because it has the needs to be downloaded symbol. Do you see that? Do you see the symbol for it needs to be downloaded? You see that little cloud thing? It needs to be downloaded, but the icon is still there. The icon is there. It comes equipped with all of these things that your child gets caught up into. So I implore you to go through your children's tablets, to take a look at what they're consuming, because these tablets are altering their minds, altering their brains, altering how they see the world and themselves. And it's not a game. It's not easy out there. Now more than ever, you have to be diligent. And I'm an Android person. It's very difficult trying to go through this whole iPhone or this iPad thing, trying to understand what is what and what is where. But you have to invest the time or Google it from your phone on how to do certain things. But they cannot be removed, because I was trying to remove them. And because I'm like, this doesn't need to be on here because it's a distraction. We've been having some issues, with secret accounts and all types of stuff. I've spoken to you all about this in the private videos that we do in the text notification squad, but you can't get these things off. Look, when you long press look, you see, it's not even, when you long press, you can't even get this stuff off. You can't get it off. You can't enter edit home screen. You can't even get to the App Store from these. It's already pre-installed. You can't get to the App Store. And because this is a school tablet, it's given by the Board of Education. And the Obama phones that they're giving out complimentarily, if you want to give your child one of those Obama phones for them to be able to call you on their way home, the Obama phones come with all of the apps on them. They come as smartphones. You don't get any more dumb phones. So yeah, so it's so you have to be diligent. You have to be diligent. And what is that I hear? We'll talk more about that in a second, but there's some apples coming through. All right. So let's read some of these that have come in. Latoya says, looking for the escape golem's cave, my precious. That's what that hand was doing. Listen, I'm in the apples, so I'll bring that up in a second. L sends $1 and says, I'm cracking up at you. I love you. We love you too, L. We got to do a broadcast. You know what, Text Notification Squad? We're going to do a broadcast privately right after this one. So there's some updates that I want to hear from you all, etc. I've gotten some emails from people who've had huge milestones in their lives. So I want us to be able to share some of that. If you're not on the Text Notification Squad, what are you doing with your life? The link to join the Text Squad is in the description. You get a text whenever I go live. There's about 750 people on the Text Notification Squad, and we meet up behind the scenes and have private broadcasts, and we get to know one another, etc. Jessica sends $2 and says, you are so funny and so real, 100. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Tony sends $1 and says, that's the last dance white people created. What? The mashed potato? They didn't even create that. Or are you talking about line dancing? All right. Shelly sends $10 and says, give me your phone. You are so funny. You know that hand looked like something crawling out of the crypt. You know it is. Chill sends $2 and says, she's saying half, and he probably ate half of it. Somebody else was saying that was a joke. That wasn't no joke. Because he ain't paying the bills over there. Come on, she got her a bum. Khadijah sends $2 and says, I'ma stir the pot. I don't care. I think it's good that. She coming with the drama today. You think it's good that what? I'm trying to refresh it. You think it's good that here go a whole bunch. Let me just go straight from here. All right. I think it's good I think it's good. Hold on. 1, I'ma stir the pot. I don't care. I think it's good that, let's see. 2, she wants to identify as a better Black woman. Good. Oh, my Lord. Okay. For rest of your possum posse can collect the trash. Okay. All right. Take them and do as you will. Our image won't be affected, especially by no rejects. You heard... You heard White Zaddy said about Black women. Yeah, but white that video where that white guy called in, I don't think people didn't watch the whole video because he was very disrespectful, talking about we're beasts of the field and all of that. While he was trying to disrespect black men, he was disrespecting black women too, you know. So I don't know. Let's see. You got to type faster, Khadijah, because we're trying to get these texts to come in. All right, we are at 1 hour 54 seconds, so I am going to go ahead and give the outro for the video. Oh my goodness. I'll wait for the last one to come in because it seems like we still got some more that we need to discuss. All right. Listen. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Let's get the outro music on. All right. All right. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is, one, realizing that these people are damaged and they're coming from a place of self-hate and self-abuse. So you can't take it personally. You can't take it personally. They're obsessed with you. They can't get you off of their mind. They're rolling around in the sheets thinking about you, comparing themselves to you and comparing their lovers to you and all this, that, and the other. They just can't stay away. You see them all here in the comments. You see them on my Facebook. They just, I block them and they come back they got plenty of other pages. They just can't stay away from us. They're talking about us in their videos. Meanwhile, we were just minding our business on Facebook. We were minding our business here on YouTube for 10 plus years while they were going on with their black pill and creating this disparaging content. And we were just minding our business. And then just recently, I say over the past 2 years, black women started striking back and their egos and their testicles are too fragile to really stand for that. But we've been minding our business for the longest time. But the fact that they're so obsessed with us should say something to you. Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally because you're dealing with a person with a lot of self-hatred. You just have to let them go about their business with that. So go ahead. I want to see from you. Type in SLL for the self-love lesson. Self-love lesson SLL, and then I'll read your comment. And then you can get your comment up here. They are obsessed with us. Come on. What's the self-love lesson from today's video? Listen, one of the self-love lessons I see is here. Let's see. Don't let your corpse hand come to slap you in the face. That's one I see. All right. I didn't have to do all of that. All right, self-love lesson. Hey. Make sure you support the content creators whose stuff you love. It takes a lot of time and resources to be able to do these videos. Buy yourself a pair of earrings on TanyaTKO.com. SLL, black women, the only person who could be a better black woman is you. Thank you. SLL, we are the prototype. SLL, ignore BM or any man comparing you to any woman. Exactly, it's your mind. Love people who love themselves. Okay, to be insecure in myself, to be secure in myself, no matter how much hate someone else is filled up with. Stay in your lane. Yes. The birds only pick at the best apples. All right. Oh, Khadijah's saying check the cash app. You too worried about Dusty Becky and her conquered buck? Yes. Don't let others use you to define them and then erase you. Absolutely. Let's go. Let's see. Hey. Love yourself and be yourself. Yes. Laugh at those Caucasoids because they could never. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. All let's go right here. What White Daddy said about black women being the most educated. We ain't taking no more of BM low level S. Let's see. The end. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Absolutely. All right. Know your worth and move with class and intelligence. Swatting the corpse hand out of the way. Oh my goodness, here we could just get that hand out of that big corpse hand. Woo! Yo. Fly like an eagle while they're pecking like pigeons. A baby won't keep him. Choose life. Love the skin you're in. Stop giving energy to undeserving people. Stay off these pages that don't celebrate you. You don't have to respond to every antagonist. Perfect. And on that note, I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I am out. Peace. Love you all very